how to break a special deal with your boss in the US. In this lesson, you'll learn about a guide to English causative verbs and about work breaks.
This conversation takes place at work in the morning.
And it's between Mitch and June.
June and Mitch are co-workers, but not friends. Mitch seems to have trouble remembering this and speaks very casually.
Good morning, June. How was your night?
Fine, Mitch. Thanks for asking.
Are you liking your new employees?
Now, Mitch, I'm just the assistant manager. You're not my employee, you're my coworker.
Okay, then. Are you enjoying your new coworkers?
You remember, right, that I've been working here for almost 3 weeks now. I know you all pretty well.
Right.
Hey, I got a request from a customer for a Samsung LR4. I tried to have Cody do it, but he's making cold calls and I can't interrupt him. Could you take care of that for me?
You know, I'd love to, but I'm on break.
But it's only 9.
I made the C-level deal with me.
The C-level deal with you? Wow. What kind of deal have you made?
The details are confidential.
Well, while I go check on that deal, could you take care of this customer's request?
As soon as my break is over.
So it seems that Mitch is just a little bit off, don't you think?
Yeah, it seems that way.
Very interesting, especially with his insistence on refusing to work on a work break. But that's what we wanted to talk to you about today, is work breaks.
A break at work. Time during a normal shift in which an employee is allowed to take time off from his or her job. There are quite a few different types of breaks depending on the link and the employer's policies. The break may or may not be paid.
There are a few types of breaks in American business society. The first, and typically longest, is the lunch break. Lunch breaks usually range from 30 minutes to an hour, and in several states are legally mandated if the shift is 8 hours or more.
A second is a coffee break. Coffee breaks are usually from 10 to 20 minutes and typically have been about every 2 to 3 hours in a typical shift.
In a store like Big Buys, coffee breaks are probably taken in shifts, so that there are always salesmen on the showroom floor to assist customers.
The third type of break we are going to talk about is a restroom break, also called a bathroom break, or in the UK, a trip to the water closet. At least that's how my British boss said it. These breaks typically last less than 10 minutes, and most American companies expect employees to use the restroom during the regularly scheduled breaks or lunches.
Companies typically disapprove of employees who are perceived as taking too many restroom breaks, and in extreme situations could be cause for termination. Let's take a look at the vocabulary for this lesson. The first word we'll see is
Request.
an act of asking politely or formally for something.
Request. Request.
Our second word is a pause in work or during an activity or event.
Break. Break.
Our third word is
C-level.
slang denoting the executive level of a corporation.
C-level. C-level.
Next we have
Confidential.
intended to be kept secret.
Confidential. Confidential.
Next is
Employee.
person who works for a company for money.
Employee. Employee.
And our last word is
Assistant.
a person who helps, assists.
Assistant. Assistant.
Let's have a closer look at the usage for some of the words and phrases from this lesson.
In the dialogue, we heard the noun C-level.
This refers to the CEO, CFO, and or COO, among others. Not all businesses have CEOs, so if yours doesn't, don't worry about it.
In general, this refers to upper management or the directors of the company. This can also sometimes be referred to as the C-suite.
Could you break this down for us?
Sea level.
And one time fast?
Sea level.
Excellent. What's next?
Our next phrase is, I'm on break.
I'm on break, as we said in an earlier lesson, refers to a period of time while the employee is at work, but the employee does not need to work. This phrase is frequently used by employees to avoid doing unpleasant or unattractive tasks.
Just like Mitch did.
Exactly. So, could you break this down for us?
I'm on break.
And one time fast?
I'm on break.
Perfect. Let's take a look at the grammar point. So, Barbara, what's the focus of this lesson?
The focus of this lesson is English causative verbs.
In the dialogue, we heard the phrase,
I made the sea-level deal with me.
causative verbs are used to describe when someone caused something to take place.
For example, Renee had her house renovated.
This sentence is similar in meaning to someone renovated Renee's house, or Renee's house was renovated by someone. Causative verbs bring about, lead to, create, or produce some result.
Causative verbs can be similar in meaning to passive verbs. However, they are distinct.
For example, my hair was cut is a passive sentence. Now listen to I had my hair cut. That's a causative sentence.
Both make and have can be used as causative verbs. Let's look at the causative verb make first.
Make as a causative verb expresses the idea that the subject requires another person to do something. This is usually used in the past tense. However, this is just a tendency, not a rule.
The construction for these sentences is subject plus make plus person plus base form of the verb. The base form of a verb is the infinitive form without the to.
For example, Peter made her do her homework, or the teacher made the students stay after class.
This same structure can also be easily extended. For example, Peter is going to make her do her homework. The teacher will not make the students stay after class.
Modals can also be used. For example, Peter should make her do her homework. Peter should make her do her homework. Or the teacher might make the students stay after class.
Now let's look at the verb have as a causative verb.
The verb have can also be used as a causative verb. It expresses the idea that the person causes something to be done for them.
This causative verb is often used when speaking about various services. There are two forms of the causative verb have.
The first form is constructed like this: subject plus have plus person plus base form of the verb.
For example, they had John arrive early, or she had her children cook dinner for her.
The second construction form is similar. It is subject plus have plus object plus past participle.
Some example sentences are, I had my hair cut last Saturday, and she had the car washed at the weekend.
Be careful because this meaning is similar to the passive. That just about does it for today. Thanks for listening.
See you later.
Good morning, June. How was your night?
Fine, Mitch. Thanks for asking.
Are you liking your new employees?
Now, Mitch, I'm just the assistant manager. You're not my employee, you're my coworker.
Okay, then. Are you enjoying your new coworkers?
You remember, right, that I've been working here for almost 3 weeks now. I know you all pretty well.
Right.
Hey, I got a request from a customer for a Samsung LR4. I tried to have Cody do it, but he's making cold calls and I can't interrupt him. Could you take care of that for me?
You know, I'd love to, but I'm on break.
But it's only 9.
I made the sea-level deal with me.
The sea-level deal with you? Wow. What kind of deal have you made?
The details are confidential.
Well, while I go check on that deal, could you take care of this customer's request?
As soon as my break is over.